to create a track from one grid reference to the next, from green wool to red wool via blue. So they have to start at green, which I place for them. They have to finish on red, and they have to go via the blue blocks there. So in doing that, once they've done it, if they push that, it will do that. It will do exactly what I'm asking it to do. And I ask them to do that. So I give them plot points and they have to plot it for me. The other thing you can do, which I think I do on here, is bury things for them. So there's a chest under there, and I can put something in the chest for them to find. And then once, and actually one of the other things I do is where is it? So I go to here and type in book. I get what's called the book and quill. If I pop the book and quill in, I can say next coordinates are, I know it's in capitals, excuse me, and then I would put 23Z or 23X, and then what they have to do is and then I sign and close it, so I say clue 2, sign and close, and then I take that book and I put it in the chest for them, and then I give them the coordinates, I bury it, and I give them the coordinates to clue 1. And then clue 1 leads to clue 2, and clue 2 leads to clue 3, and so on. And when they dig it up, they find it, they open the book. So I'm a pupil now. They open the book, they see it's 23X, so they head off to 23X, and it's just teaching them basic grid referencing. You can also then take that a step further, and you can build real landscapes like your school grounds, and then you can bury outside, you can hide a little plastic tub with something real in it that coordinates with the Minecraft one. So once they've found it in Minecraft, they can go outside and find the real thing. Yeah. The other thing I do over here is I put animals on the map. So I put a pig on the map, and then the pupils, they record the pig's movements. So here's one moving now. That might have gone from D12 to S17, and I get the kids to, and if you want a bit of silence in class, just do that. Just tell the children to watch for animal movements and record their movements, and they'll sit in silence and they'll just wait. And you can do loads of marking. So that's the maths. Those of you who heard me mentioning the QR codes, that's them there, and they link to. In here we've got things like the solar system. So you can get the kids to create the solar system and create all the planets. But before they build them, they have to teach me about the planets. So they're not allowed to build Venus until they've taught me how big it is, how far from the sun it is, what kind of system it is, and so on. We've got DNA systems, so you can get the kids to go into the human body and then get them to create DNA, white blood cells, molecules, viruses and cancers, get them to think about going into the body. Down here we've got things like the table of elements. Just you give them the colours and then get them to fill it out. So they fill it out with signs. So you see there that they fill it out. And it's up to them to do that. And that's they go away, they study it, they remember it, then they put it in. We've got the colour spectrum, which if the light, it's not working just now, but we can create colour spectrums with lights and glass. Flags of the world, get them to study a country, and then get them to study the clothing, the culture, the currency, the language, the food, and then make maybe a place from that country, a piece as an example of mapping. The QR codes, I'll take you to this one. The QR codes are just black and white wool. So there's black wool and there is white wool. Let me just get that there. Oh, I know what's happening. Hang on, give me a second. That was me getting confused. I'll just swap that out. Where's white wool? There. So they just take black wool and white wool. I get them to make the QR code on the internet. They then
generate
print it off.
Okay.
They grid reference it and they map it onto, because it's all
graph
plot
paper.
points, they map it onto graph paper so they get it right, and then they literally build it out of black and white wool. So if I just take this one out, you'll see the wall behind it. That's just wall behind there. So they place a piece of black wool. It's as simple as that.
So when they scan it, what do you access? If you scan that,
yeah, so if I
what
scan
happens?
that right now, you get the QR droid for you. There, so I've got the QR droid. I'm going to hold it up, and it's automatically going to take me to immersiveminds.com. That's my website. There we are.
Okay.
So now if that was a children's piece of work or a OneNote,
You
which I was just talking about,
right, so
I
now
could be
I
sitting
understand.
in the world as a teacher, seeing their buildings and marking their work on here. So that's, and if you're logged in on your phone to OneNote, you can then start literally giving them feedback on OneNote while you're looking at
While
the world.
you-
So
okay.
that's one of the links that we can
all
make.
right. No.
So that's what I was talking about in there, was how do we get OneNote into Minecraft. What else have we got? We've got working lighthouses. How can the kids make that lighthouse work using basic circuitry, which kind of looks like this. So by the time they're finished, they should be able to do that, which when put into a building looks like a lighthouse. The light goes round. So that should, when put up there, that system should create a lighthouse. And it's creating basic circuitry. We've got history, standing stones, and religion. Oh, over here, yeah, we've got religious and moral education. So in this particular lesson, we got Christian children in the same classroom as Muslim children, and we asked the Christians to study Islam and build a mosque, and we got Muslim children to study Christianity and build a cathedral. And it was amazing. It was an amazing day. And they asked questions, and they laughed, and they joked, and they played, and they built everything. This was built by the Muslim children. They built like donations and holy water, and then they went in and they built. They did all the iconography and everything, and they loved it. It was this real bringing together moment when the rest of the world seems to be falling apart over it. So that was a really nice exercise there. It's because you can talk to children about really difficult things. We do alcohol awareness. We do refugees. We talk about the refugee crisis. We do religious education, and children talk because you're in Minecraft. You know, there's no barriers. They just talk, and then you can.
Do you use the P4C, the philosophy for children techniques? Or?
I'm not familiar with that.
From
No.
Oxfam. We had looked
Is it?
into recently. Maybe you could.
Yeah,
incorporate
absolutely.
it in
Yeah.
yourselves.
Here we've got Pompeii, so you can teach the children about the history of a city just by literally building the city.